There are plenty of handgun safes similar on the market, and I've had experience with several of those personally. And I do have to say, after putting my hands on this Wincent and actually checking it out for myself, I can say that it is definitely one of the best ones out there that you can get. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PilotPatriot channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Wincent Model W handgun safe. As gun owners, one of our biggest responsibilities is making sure that our guns are stored properly in our home. But one of the struggles we face is figuring out a way to store that gun so that it's safe from kids and unauthorized people, but it's also accessible so we can get to it quickly if we need to. There are a lot of products on the market that try to help solve that problem, but after taking a look at the Wincent, and because of its sturdy build quality and some of the features that it has, I think it's going to be right up there near the top of those options. So we're going to get in here and we're going to take a closer look at this thing and all of its features. But before we do that, if you haven't done it yet, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Now let's get in here and take a closer look at the Wincent Model W. Alright guys, this is the Wincent Model W handgun safe. Now like I said, I've looked at several of these types of handgun safes in the past, and I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing so far from this Wincent. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I will do a comparison of this to another one that I have reviewed in the past. Now this is a fairly large safe with an exterior dimension of 14.8 inches by 10.8 inches by 3.5 inches tall. So it is going to take up a significant area, so that's something to consider. Now Wincent does make smaller versions, so that's something you may want to check out, and I will put links to this one as well as several others in the description below if you want to check those out. Now looking at this thing from the outside, the lid is going to have pry resistant built-in hinges that make it virtually impossible to pry this open with hand tools. It's also going to have an anti-impact latch, so you can't just throw this thing on the ground to make it pop open. Another thing that I've been really impressed with is the thickness of the metal on this safe. I'll show you guys that in just a minute. But looking at some of the features from the outside, this is a biometric safe. And it does have a full biometric finger pad, which I like. Some safes you'll see in this category have that really thin biometric bar that you have to kind of sweep your finger across. This, you just lay your finger on there and she pops right open. You don't have to do any swiping or anything like that. But it does have 3 ways that you can open this safe. You can go with the biometric, you can enter a code with the number pads, and you can also open it via the keyhole here. It does come with backup keys just in case you needed those if the battery died or if you forgot your code or something like that. Now you can enter a code to open this safe, anywhere from 4 to 6 digit code. Now I will admit this is one downfall that I see to this safe, the fact that it only has 4 numbers here. I do like to see at least up to 5 different digits, but like I said, you can do up to a 6-digit code, so you can repeat some of these numbers. Let's face it, you didn't get this safe for the keypad anyway. You came here for the biometric feature, and you can enter up to 50 different fingerprints for this safe, so you can enter in all of your fingers and your wife's fingers in several different configurations. That's what I do. I'll enter my fingerprint in like this, and then I'll go ahead and do it sideways and catty corner and several different ways, so I make sure that no matter how I happen to put my finger on the pad, that it is going to open up. And that's going to bring us to my favorite feature of this safe. Now check this out. This safe opens by itself as soon as you put your fingerprint on there. Now let's do that one more time. You can see the speed of this. You put your fingerprint on there and she just opens right up in less than a second. It is also fairly quiet. Now it does have a beep that you can turn off. You can turn that beep off, but you just put your finger on there and she opens right up. You can see that the safe is equipped with a gas strut here that opens that safe door up to a full 90 degrees. And that is really my favorite feature of this safe. The one we're going to look at later that I have used in the past, it didn't open by itself. Your fingerprint would unlock it, but you still had to open the lid. There are also a lot of other safes on the market that are spring loaded and they open partially, but the big benefit of this Model W safe is that gas strut that just really shoots that door open and opens it to a full 90 degrees. Now while we have this door open, let me quickly just show you the thickness of the metal on this safe. That is a super thick lid on this safe. That is a full 1/8 inch thick of high tensile steel. That's something you're just not going to see in a lot of these small handgun safes. Most of them are going to be somewhere around 18 gauge or 16 gauge. Nothing anywhere near as thick as the metal on this safe. So it's going to be super secure, and I was really impressed to see that. Now if you look down here on the inside, you'll see the interior dimensions are 12.8 inches by 7.3 inches and 2.6 inches deep. This is certainly capable of fitting up to 2 full-size handguns and magazines. This is the SD9VE with the Olight PL2 Valkyrie. While we're talking about it, guys, I do want to mention that I always recommend having a weapon light on your home defense handgun. So I have reviewed this one in the past. I'll put a link to that right here at the top of the screen if you want to check that out. But if you look down here on the inside of the safe, you see it has a nice dense foam that's going to protect your handgun. That foam is removable. It's going to come with adhesive strips on the back, so you can go ahead and tape that down if you wanted to. It also comes with mounting holes, so you can mount this down to whatever surface you're putting it in to really prevent a thief from just grabbing this thing and walking off with it. Another really cool feature of the Wincent is that it does have a built-in LED light here. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a built-in LED light that's going to illuminate the inside of your safe so that you can see in it. When you open this thing up at night, you can see exactly where your handgun is. I think that's a nice feature that you don't see in a lot of these handgun safes. Now let's just do a quick comparison of the Wincent to another handgun safe I've reviewed in the past. This is the GunVault MVB 500. This is one I've been using for years, and I was happy with it. I still like the GunVault, but after checking out the Wincent, there is no doubt that the Wincent is a much better handgun safe with much better features. So first things first, to open the GunVault, you have to hit the button and then you swipe your finger across the top. Now you'll see that it did unlatch, but I still have to open the safe manually. Now one problem that I've had with this is that biometric function there, being on that flat surface, really collects dust. So I have had sometimes where I go to swipe my finger and it doesn't read it because it's just dirty. So I end up having to wipe the dust off and then go back and swipe again to get it to open up. And like I said, it does open right up, but you have to manually open it, which is a huge difference from, you know, just put your finger on there and she pops right open. Also, I mentioned the 1/8 inch of steel you have on this Wincent safe. So just look here at the thickness of that steel case there and this super thin case here. So I have no doubt that this Wincent is going to be much more secure and certainly much easier to operate. Alright guys, now that's it for the Wincent Model W handgun safe. Like I said, there are plenty of handgun safes similar on the market, and I've had experience with several of those personally, and I do have to say, after putting my hands on this Wincent and actually checking it out for myself, I can say that it is definitely one of the best ones out there that you can get, with its superior strength, with the thicker steel, the nicer biometric finger pad, and the fact that it opens up by itself. I really think you can't go wrong with this safe. So I hope you like this video, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out our links in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.